like it's going to be a real practitioner center.
God bless us.
You made it clear that other people are welcome, right?
We are an all-inclusive spa.
That would be an interesting interpretation. I never thought of that. It doesn't mean that you can't come if you're not a practitioner.
Right.
Well, this is our third one, you know. It is Mother's Day.
We went out to eat last night. I gotta tell you, it was cold.
Yeah, and Richard was going to take the...
Screaming children.
The camera is on. Camera is on.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to see. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to see. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. That's it. Oh, and so here we are, trying to get and catch up with ourselves. So I know for each one here that as they come in the door, that they had that feeling of being free of all of the distractions and the noise of the outside world, and that they can come in here into this space and to know that they are in a safe place to know God, and they are also in a place that they know they are to receive through the teachings of our belief system, and through the words and the concepts presented by our practitioners, that they are being given the tools to have their own experience of the divine. Because I believe that's the ultimate reason for our presence here and our participation in this. So I give thanks to that which indwells us, and I release this into love by saying, and so it is. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Princeton. I'm John Heron. I'm the spiritual director of this center, and we are a loving, healing, and inclusive community which teaches and practices the principles of the science of mind for the well-being and spiritual growth of ourselves and of the world. And today we have a Practitioner Sunday, literally. We are here, and today the practitioners all together are going to speak on what are you accepting as truth? And I hope that for all those who are watching, what you understand is that we as practitioners are simply people who have chosen to go a little deeper into this teaching and have been recognized as having done that. But we're all practitioners. This teaching is a practical teaching. We're all learning how to expand our lives, expand our consciousness so that we can expand our lives. So next week, I will be speaking on how to speak your word. If we are co-creators with Source, which is one of our teachings, well, how do we do that in our lives? And we'll be looking at the World Healing Meditation of John Randolph Price and some really wonderful thoughts, ideas that are in this teaching, that are in that meditation, once a year we hear it and it sort of passes us by in about 20 minutes, and we don't stop, but there's some beautiful things in it, and I'd like to spend some time sharing with you my thoughts about that. The week after that, we have Reverend Michelle Wadley, and then after that, I'm coming back and I'm going to finish talking about this World Healing Meditation. I want to do it as a kind of workshop. So all together we will be doing spiritual practice. So again, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Princeton. We also, on Wednesdays at noon, have a peace meditation that Susan Neat leads on Zoom. The link is on both on our webpage and on our Facebook page, CSL Princeton. And we really invite you to come. It's 10 or 15 minutes long. It's a moment to take in the middle of the week and really reconnect with your heart. So thank you again.
Hi everyone, my name is Susan Neat. I'm a practitioner here at CSL Princeton. And given the topic today, what do we expect as truth? I noticed myself accepting many things as truth that I wish I hadn't. So I have a group reading. We will read it together. And those of you that are virtual, you can just shut your eyes and take these words in as your own. But those of you that are here, I handed everybody a piece of paper. So I invite you, I encourage you to stand up and read it together. Reverend Rich, did I give you one?
I'm good.
Okay. So, in this moment, I remember I have the power to choose again. I am not bound by confusion, for I accept clarity. I am not held by fear, for I accept love. I release anxiety and rest in peace. I release the idea of brokenness and recognize wholeness as my nature. I no longer accept lack as reality. I open to abundance as the truth of life. I release doubt and stand in wisdom. I let go of worry and rest in faith. I release judgment and embrace compassion. I move beyond separation and recognize unity in all. And in this moment, I remember I have the power to choose again. I am not limited by appearances, for I accept a deeper truth. I know that life is not against me, but expressing through me, as me, in every moment. I accept that good is natural. I accept that truth is present now. I accept that what is real is whole, complete, and already within me. And so I choose, consciously and clearly, to accept only that which aligns with truth, that which liberates, that which heals, that which reveals who I truly am. And in this moment I remember I have the power to choose again.
Yes, thank you.
My body, my soul are part of a perfect whole. My heart and my hands are serving a sacred plan. I know that it's true. all that I am comes down to you. I know that it's true. I know that I can rely on you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, God, I give to you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, God, I give to you. My thoughts and my mind belong to eternal time. My words and my song, you're writing them all along. I know that it's true. All that I am comes down to you. I know that it's true. I know that I can rely on you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, God, I give to you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, God, I give to you. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, God, I give to you.
Good morning. My name is Gary Torres, and I am a licensed practitioner in the Center for Spiritual Living. And today I thought I would also talk a little bit about what we don't believe or what we get in trouble believing, and then move on to what it is we actually can do about it. First thing I wanted to mention was actually a Buddhist scripture called Kalama Sutta, which is a warning to not believe things just because everybody believes them, not to believe things because some figure of authority or some priest tells you that they're true, not to believe them because they're in a scripture somewhere, but to believe them if you test them, find them to be true and useful, then you can believe them. So this is part of what we say. One of the things we do say here in the center and in centers in general very often is what you focus on expands. So if you're looking at something that is not true or that doesn't resonate with you, you're wasting time. And I wanted to talk for a moment about one of the another little bit of Buddhist material, which is the so-called Fourfold Noble Truths, the Four Noble Truths. The first of which is usually mistranslated or badly translated as life is suffering. Well, the word for suffering there is the word for suffering there is a word that originally meant wobbling. You say, what is this? Okay, you can take it as unsatisfactoriness, impermanence, whatever. But what we're really talking about, let me tell you a little story here. Imagine that you are in a cart riding on the road. The cart is very nice, and you're sitting on a nice cushion, going down a nice, relatively smooth road. There's a running brook, babbling brook to your side. The other side is a nice forest, and there are birds chirping and so forth. But at some point, you don't know why. Maybe you hit a rock, maybe it's just time for this to happen. One of the wheels starts wobbling. And inside of 10 seconds, I almost guarantee that if you are not paying close attention to things in general, if you're not open and expansive as to what's going on around you, you're going to be saying, what's going on with that blankety blank wheel? And all of a sudden, the babbling brook and the birds and the forest and everything else disappears. And this goes back to what you focus on expands. You're focusing on that silly wheel, everything else is gone. okay, let's continue our trip here. We're going down this road and we come into the town. It's been a little while and it seems longer because of this stupid wheel. But now you're coming into town and there's somebody there that is very good at repairing wagons. And inside 5 minutes, you find out that there's a little wedge that was holding the wheel to the axle. That had started to deteriorate. And all you need to do is replace that wedge. It takes 5 minutes. You continue on your journey and everything is wonderful. Well, the thing that you're trying to remember, perhaps, is that if you focus on what's going on around you, if you're working expansively, you're believing expansively, and you are willing to just relax, you realize that things will be all right. You know, the wheel isn't going to fall off. You're not going to die out in the wilderness. Come into town, things get fixed, you move along. And that's exactly what we're saying. What you focus on expands. There is a passage in, I just looked it up, it's Philippians 4:8, which says, what is good, what is true, what is pure, what is righteous, and so forth. Think on these things. As long as you keep your mind clear about what is really good and what you really need to know, you're not going to waste your time thinking about that silly wheel. All right. Thank you, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks again.
Thank you, Gary. Hi, everyone. My name is Deja Winter, and I am a proud practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Princeton. Guess what? Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, and to the divine feminine within the gentleman. And so now we're at the part of our service where I'm going to do a brief meditation. So let's first get comfortable in our chairs. Let's all take a collective deep breath and exhale fully. Again, inhale slowly and exhale fully. And allow your breathing to find its own natural rhythm. There is a presence here, a quiet intelligence, a living truth that exists beyond appearances, beyond fear, beyond limitation. In the Science of Mind tradition, we recognize this truth as the very essence of life itself. One infinite mind, one divine reality, expressing through all creation. Take a moment to feel into that idea. There is one life, that life is whole, that life is intelligent, that life is love. And that life is the very life breathing as you now. You are not separate from truth. You are an expression of it. Even when circumstances seem uncertain, even when thoughts become noisy, there remains beneath all things a deeper reality, steady, harmonious, and eternal. Truth does not change with conditions. Truth is not shaken by appearances. Truth is the spiritual fact of wholeness, order, peace, and divine possibility. As you breathe, imagine releasing every false belief that says you are limited, alone, or powerless. Let those thoughts drift away like clouds passing through a vast sky. Within you is wisdom greater than confusion. Within you is peace deeper than anxiety. Within you is strength greater than any challenge before you, because the infinite spirit is already present within your being. Take a quiet moment now and simply affirm inwardly, I rest in truth. I live in truth. I am guided by divine wisdom. I am supported by the infinite spirit. I am whole, peaceful, and free. Truth is not something you must force. It is something you allow. Like sunlight appearing when the clouds part. Truth naturally reveals itself when we become still enough to receive it. And in this stillness, allow yourself to trust the intelligence of life and the movement of spirit within you. You are already held within the presence of divine love. Let that awareness move through every part of your body. And now gently affirm to yourself, I align with truth. I welcome clarity. I release fear. I trust life. I am one with the infinite presence. Take one more slow, nourishing breath in. Exhale completely. Feel gratitude for this moment of connection, for the awareness of truth alive within you. And when you are ready, gently return your awareness to the room around you. Namaste. Really rich.
I've been walking down these streets, searching through the night, looking for what's real, searching for what's right. All those outside voices calling, selling all their dreams. I know deep down inside there's a fiery voice that screams. Oh, I hear it in the wind, I feel it in my bones. A whisper in my heart says, I'm already home. Oh, the truth don't ever waver, the truth don't ever lie. The love so deep, it can never die. Through the darkest valley, through the pouring rain, the light of the Spirit's gonna call my name. Ancient teachers say the power's in me, not in the struggle, not what I see. The mind is a doorway, the love is the key. Everything I'm chasing is already free. Oh, I hear it in the wind, I feel it in my bones. A whisper in my heart says, I'm already home. Oh, the truth don't ever waver, the truth don't ever lie. It's a love so deep, it can never die. Through the darkest valley, through the pouring rain, the life of the Spirit's gonna call my name. Through the darkest valley, through the pouring rain, the light of the Spirit's gonna call my name. Through the darkest valley, through the pouring rain, the light of the Spirit's gonna call my name. Now we have the one one and the only Mr. Jeffrey Starbuck. He's going to bring us some words.
And I am he.
Yes.
So this talk is called I See God Through the Same Eye, E-Y-E, that God sees me. This is a quote translated from Meister Eckhart, a German Catholic priest, mystic, theologian, philosopher who lived from 1260 through 1328. I see God through the same eye that God sees me. Subtitle is Awareness is Me. This talk is not about Meister Eckhart, though. It's about the fact that I'm not coughing, that you and me today in the 21st century. Thus, I share a few words about this notion. About a sip of water is coming. If God is seeing me and you through the same eye that I am seeing God, what does that mean? We could say that we're talking about oneness, or what is called, it could be called Advaita Vedanta, not two-ness, non-dual. This is essentially the second step in spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer that we practice in this teaching. We start out by declaring that there is one power, one presence, one love, which is God, and then we continue by saying, and that power is present right here, right now, as us, as me, as you, as whoever we're doing the treatment for. So in a sense, we are God-ding, G-O-D-D-I-N-G. We are declaring that the one presence is here as me, as you, as whoever the treatment is for. And I'd like to say that this awareness that I am is God. This awareness that is in me is in fact me, the essence of me. I am awareness individualized as me. I want to say that this thing which is the awareness that is me is itself what I seek, what we all seek. The essence of me. I am awareness individualized as me. I want to say that this thing that is the awareness in me is itself what I seek. We seek a felt experience of God, of the divine. And since God is awareness, and awareness is me, we are seeking that which is already our essence. This has to be properly understood, which means properly felt. What is being meant? What is meant here? Everyone here is aware of the fact that I'm speaking. There is awareness. You are aware. You are this awareness. Now take this awareness that is yours. What is it? This is not meant as an intellectual question. This is, what is this awareness? It's a practice. There is awareness and there is object or objects of awareness, right? I'm aware of looking out. I'm aware of speaking right now. That the awareness is not the thing that the awareness is of. I want to say that you are your awareness. You are your awareness. You can also be the object of your awareness. So let's pause here for a moment. Can you imagine awareness itself devoid of any content? See if you can turn the lens of awareness back on itself. Turn awareness around. Point the camera back at itself. We always talk about God as being everywhere, right? Well, if that is true, and it is, then God is present right here, right now, where you are. And if you are aware, then God is in this awareness. And to take it a step further, God is this awareness. This awareness is a synonym for God, just as we use other many words, divine field, presence, harmony. All of these are synonyms for the divine, synonyms for God. When I am speaking a spiritual mind treatment, step 2 identification, I frequently say there is no part of me apart from God, apart from the truth. There is no part of you, the person I'm treating for, apart from the divine. In other words, there isn't a me in which God is. That is true. But the thing that God is in is God. We're playing with, in a sense, we're playing with language here. But that has to be understood. What I'm urging you all to do is to try contemplating awareness apart from language, from words, from content. What is it that I am? You'll give an answer here aloud. This is meant as a practice. Everybody breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to say this together. We're going to say, I am this awareness. Okay, so everybody say, I am this awareness. Now feel that. Let's say it again. I am this awareness. This awareness is more than the words and concepts that are in it, that are the contents of awareness. Close your eyes, please, if you're willing. Speak aloud now, saying, this awareness is right here. So let's say that. This awareness is right here. Now, as you say that, put your hand on the middle of your chest. This awareness is right here. Now pause. If you trust, continue keeping your eyes closed, or if they open, that's fine, and then you can close them again. While you listen to the silence, while you listen and feel the silence in between the words, while you focus on, feel the relative silence of the breathing. Feel in between every sound, every movement. Feel directly what it is inside you that is aware, not as a concept, as a felt experience. This awareness is life itself. This awareness is alive. It is ever present. It is pulsating. It is vibrating. It is ever becoming each successive moment. This awareness that you are is continuously being present, is presence itself. This awareness is the very essence of the thing you call yourself. It is not really a noun. It is much more like a verb that is continuing to be present, that is ever being itself in each succeeding moment. It cannot be composed only of words and language. This awareness, this aliveness is not a concept. It is not a thing. It is, in fact, an unbroken field. It is the field of being, the field of being. It is the essence of you. It is your center, your heart, the ungraspable, non-conceptual thingness that is you, that is me, that is all of us. It is always present, ever present, loving, lovable. We could say that it is love itself. Listen to the silence right now as you feel that which you are. Feel the presence of yourself, which is the presence of God, of the divine. Now let us close, summarize. This awareness that you are feeling and sensing is in fact you. It is that which you are forever seeking. Rest in it right now. Know for sure inside your heart of hearts that you are this awareness. This awareness is love. This awareness is God. So, as Meister Eckhart spoke and wrote, I see God through the same eye that God sees me. I see God through the same eye that God sees me. Know this and go in peace. Thank you.
Hi.
Hey, Regina.
I get to talk about practice. And I'm going to talk about money and making it more abundant in your life. Now, a couple of things. This is my checkbook. And since 2012, I've always encased my checkbook in statements of abundance. For example, this I put in 2018. Even have the date in there. Bring the full tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house, and thereby put me to the test, says the Lord of hosts, if I will not open the windows of heaven for you and pour down for you a blessing until there is no more need. And that's from Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. And we used to say that a lot in the service. But I just have a lot of them. I will, in 2012, I got a 2012 here. I always have an abundance of money and an abundance of whatever it takes to make life happy and opulent. There is a continuous movement toward me of supply of money, of all that I need to express the fullest life, happiness, and action. And a part of that is from Catherine Ponder, who was very famous for prosperity. So, since I'm treasurer of the Center for Spiritual Living, Princeton, board treasurer, I thought I'd talk about money and how you can enrich your life through practices to accumulate and experience more of what you want. Now, I think I have some time, right? Okay. So I first went to Basic Ideas of the Science of Mind. And Holmes talks about accepting God's law. If you have this book, it's chapter 8, Finding Life's Riches. And he says, you accept, because you know, you act accordingly. Okay? So we know the source of our good. So we act accordingly. It's the same kind of acceptance which you need with respect to the use of the spiritual planting process. Such acceptance has to be deep conviction of perfect belief. Do not try to by force of will, to compel yourself into this belief. Let go all striving. God's way of doing things must be the best way. Wouldn't it be wise and easy just to say to yourself, this is the way such things are done. I have learned enough to know that this is God's method of getting results, and I accept it. So he goes into God's law, principle. Then he goes into this chapter about faith and mental equivalence, having a mental equivalent. And he doesn't conclude, but the next step he talks about is right action. So I'm not going to go through all this. I just wanted to relate what I'm going to say to Science of Mind and Ernest Holmes. Because there's this wonderful book called Magic by Rhonda Burns. Now Rhonda Burns, she wrote the book on The Secret. And of course there's a movie, The Secret. But The Secret is really basically embodies a lot of the principles that we believe in the science of mind. So in this, it's interesting how I find these books. I go into Barnes and Noble, and they drop to my feet. And I'm like, okay, that's the book. That's faith, and that's conviction. That you know you're divinely guided. And so you follow that guidance and allow it to be fully and completely in your life. You just know that you are being directed. So in this book, day 17, she has the magic check. I'm like, woo, 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 you know. And when I bought this book, I think I bought this book in 2013. I needed that. I needed to get to day 17 to make all things clear, to help me get conviction and knowingness about how to improve my life and my financial life. So she says, when you direct gratitude, let me turn on this cute little lights. Okay. Thank you, Red Rubber Edge. Okay. When you direct gratitude's magical power, here we are, toward any negative condition, a new condition is created, eliminating the old condition. Can I repeat that?
Yes.
When you direct gratitude's magical power toward any negative condition, a new condition is created, eliminating the old condition. So when you get yourself to a place where you feel grateful for money more than you feel a lack of money, a new condition is created, eliminating the lack of money and magically replacing it with more money. Money. Okay. All bad feelings about money push money away from you and reduce the amount in your life. And every time you feel bad about money, you reduce it a little more. Hello, what are we doing to ourselves, some of us? If you have feelings about money like envy, disappointment, worry, or fear, you cannot receive more. You're working against yourself. The law of attraction principle says that like attracts like. So if you feel disappointed that you don't have enough money, you will receive more disappointing circumstances of not having enough money. Hello. Okay? You have to ignore your current situation and any lack of money you may currently be experiencing. And gratitude is a guaranteed way for you to do that. You can't be grateful for money and disappointed about money at the same time. Practice gratitude for the money you have received and continue to receive. Be grateful each time your riches or money increase. This way you keep the abundance flowing. When you combine your joy with your gratitude, you have a real magnetic force that will keep attracting more and more abundance. So, one short story about my own situation. When my husband was sick and his income had stopped, I still had my income, but we had two income debt. We had two income debt. I was about $500,000 in debt on my own with a husband sick. And this like book dropped. Book dropped at my feet. Conviction. And I was a practitioner at that time. When we treat for you and when we treat for ourselves, we are in the zone. We believe what we say. We know the truth. We know the truth unfold for you. You have to have the belief. Have the belief as we have the belief. This is faith. So, we're going to talk about this miracle check. Here's your practice. Now, if you were here, you would have gotten this handout. And this handout, you can go to, if you have the book, go to day 17, and I think it's the last page, and you'll see a check. Now, I crossed out magic and wrote miracle, because I believe in miracles. And when miracles happen for me all the time, it just happens for me. So, you have a miracle check. So here's the practice. Number one, count your blessings. It's what it's what Jeff was talking about. It's awareness. Be aware of the good that flows to you, through you, and you to other people. You know, going forward. Awareness that you woke up this morning and have an opportunity for another day of action. Another day of miracles. I got a miracle yesterday. Well, I got a miracle because both my sons are here. You know, it's like, whoa! And it's Mother's Day. And it was great. And I got invited for dinner and a very nice, what do you call it? Beautiful restaurant. But, you know, it's on the high class side. You know, in Cherry Hill. By my nephew and his wife. I mean, it was like, whoever had fried lobster tail? I never had fried lobster tail before. Anyway, it was real good. And my son said, Mom, we're going to take you and my brother's family to Florida. We're getting this big house in Florida on the Panhandle, and you're going. I'm like, wow. You know, when you believe in miracles, this is what happens. So count your blessings. I count my blessings every day. Every day. I'm glad my toaster works. I'm glad my car works. I'm glad that I woke up. I'm glad to have the home that I have. I'm glad to have food. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, I'm glad I won $1 million, because I haven't. But there are simple things in life that you're breathing. You're breathing. So, anyway, count your blessings. At least 10. Now, you want to fill in this miracle check. I crossed out magic and put miracle. I use miracle because miracle is more, for me, close to my source. Magic isn't. Magic is, and I'm having a deja vu. Oh my gosh, I'm having a deja vu. Maybe I talked about this before. Magic for me is a sleight of hand thing. You know, that somebody's doing and you don't know how they're doing it, but it's a sleight of hand. Whereas miracle to me is source. It's source. This is something that I'm being given by God. So, right, you want to put an amount, and I've done this, amount on the check. You know, you fill it out like a check, but make copies first, because you're going to do it again and again and again. So you want to make copies of it. Oh, and there's I think on the bottom of the check, you'll see a website, and you can go to the website, and I think there's checks. You can get the checks on there. But you want to do that. You want to fill it out, and you can visualize, or you can do visioning. Two different things. So visualization is the outside in. I know what I want, and it's coming in. Where visioning comes the inside out. God, what is it that you want from me? Or, you know, it's really the source. It's the source telling you what it is. And it goes out. So that's visualization and visioning. And so you want to fill out your check, and then you want to hold it in your hand. And you want to put it in a prominent place. You want to see it. You want to see it, you know, a couple times a day. And I'm actually now going down to 5. At the end of the day, You take your miracle check, you put it in a prominent place, and then when you receive the money on your check, or what you wanted to say purchase, you purchased it. So now you get the opportunity to write out a new check. So what you want to do is have faith that you heard, that Spirit hears you and answers your call, responds to you. And that's a good thing. So this is your miracle check. And don't forget, when you get your money, you tithe to set up for spiritual living, Princeton. That's the law of circulation. You give, receive, give. You do all this good stuff. And just know that we're here as practitioners to help you. We're here to know the truth for you, to stand in truth for you. We practice this. We were taught this. We went through years of school to do this. And most of all, we believe it. We practice it. So, namaste, namaste, namaste. I hope you enjoyed this. I love the cool ones.
Be authentic.
Thank you. Thank you, Regina, for that reminder of the miracle that we're offered and that we practice in this teaching. Thank you so much. Regina always gives us wonderful examples of how to practice this. And thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Gary, and Susan, and Deja, and Rich. We are a spiritual family. We are a family of incredible abundance. And so, in the awareness of that abundance, one of the things that I've learned in this teaching is abundance means there is no limit. There's no beginning to it. There's no end to it. There is no limit. We live in a world of abundance, and if we choose to live in that abundance, that's what shows up in our lives. And so, this being so, I'm going to pass around the basket. If you're at home, remember you can go to our website, cslprinceton.org, and donate via PayPal. We would really appreciate that. We're able to continue doing this with the support of so many people. So thank you very much. Ernest Holmes says that the universe is made of love, and his definition of love is infinite giving, spirit giving to itself, and experiencing itself. And so, this being so, I know this truth for all who have participated in this service today, all who wish they could participate in this service, anyone watching this tape in the future, this recording, there ain't no tape anymore, this recording in the future. I know that what is present in this universe is infinite love, infinite giving, infinite grace, present in, as, and through everything. And therefore, present in, as, and through each one participating in this service or watching the service. And so I declare with great clarity that each one is a channel for this infinite abundance, this infinite giving. And so I know that each one is now experiencing the flow of the divine. Each one is knowing that increased good flows to them from all directions and through all people. Each one is living a life of true abundance, living it, knowing it, sharing it, expressing it, accepting it. And in this truth, with great gratitude, I accept this and I release it to that which always says yes. And that yes now reverberates through the universe. It is done. And together we say, and so it is.